Mother of fallen Marine, Riley McCollum. I'm just telling you, mother's rage, y'all. Listen to this.
My son was one of the Marines that died yesterday. 20 years and 6 months old. Getting ready to come home from freaking Jordan to be with his wife to watch the birth of his son. And that feckless, dementia-ridden piece of crap just sent my son to die. I woke up at 4 o'clock this morning to Marines at my door telling me my son was dead. So to have her on right before me and listen to that piece of crap talk about diplomatic crap with freaking Taliban terrorists who just freaking blew up my son and know nothing, to not say anything about, oh my God, I'm so sorry for the families.
I don't know if you saw some of the discussion over what was said with the president when he was apparently meeting with some of these people, some of these families, Gold Star families. And it was reported by Politico and others that when Biden met with the pregnant widow of one of the fallen Marines, it didn't go well. And that's McCollum's family. One of his sisters, Royce, said she and her sister and her father joined McCollum's wife, Jenna McCollum, on the trip, but when it came time to meet with the president, they left the room because she said they did not want to speak with the man they held responsible for McCollum's death. Only Jenna, who is expecting the couple's child next month, stayed, but she left disappointed. The article states, the president brought up his son, Beau, according to her account, describing his son's military service and subsequent death from cancer, he had brain cancer. It struck the family as scripted and shallow, a conversation that lasted only a couple of minutes in total disregard to the loss of our Marine. I guess there's a couple of ways that you could look at this. And just give me a moment here, because I like to look at every aspect of everything. There is this, maybe he was trying to find some sort of way to reach out or empathize with the family, and he felt like that's the only way. His son was in Iraq for 1 year, and then he came back and went right back into politics. And I don't know if he thinks that that's the best way with which to reach out and empathize with this family. But I've seen him, and it's to where you even have some lefty reporters that are questioning this. Every single time it gets difficult, every single time that Biden has to answer questions about his decisions and his disastrous plan for the withdrawal in Afghanistan, he can't hide behind his son. You can't deflect criticism by constantly using your son as a shield. And it starts to seem less like he is trying to find a way in which to empathize with the family, as though that's going to make them feel better if by him saying, oh, I went through something like that too, and trying to compare that with what they're going through. And it also, to me, seems as though it's just a complete lack of recognition that they blame him for this. He really does not feel that his decisions had anything to do with the consequences of this. And I say this because I watch what he says, and I read all of these different accounts from these he made these families Gold Star families. This is the man who made them Gold Star families. And he seems aggravated that he even has to answer to any criticism to it. In fact, he was asked, again, audio soundbite 19, over the weekend, he was asked about this. And he was very brusque about this. Listen.
I'm not supposed to take any questions, but go ahead.
Mr. President, on Afghanistan?
I'm not going to answer Afghanistan now.
Can you give me
Okay.
He's not going to answer any. And he every time it was brought up, he's like, I'm not going to answer questions about this. I'm not going to answer questions. It just seems it seems scripted. It seems contrived, and it seems shallow. And I get that everybody handles grief differently, but I think that if Biden had not given a number of different pressers already, where especially the first one that he gave, the very first time that he spoke out about any of this, and he went up on behind the podium and addressed the nation, and before he said anything about Afghanistan, he was talking about his son, and almost like he was trying to use his son as a shield to hide from, oh, you can't criticize me because of my son. That's not how this works. It doesn't. This isn't. It just seems so contrived and scripted. And then when you use it that often, it just seems less like a tool of empathy and more of it was a hurdle from him understanding his full responsibility in the pain that they were dealing with. He caused that pain. That was his decision. He can't blame it on any previous administration. And I think you can only blame it on your brass. You can blame them for advising you wrong, but at some point you're the president of the United States. People didn't elect Mark Milley. And if we have a military junta and we're not aware of it, then I think that that's an even bigger story than all of the scandals plaguing Biden at this point. But he's the president of the United States. He is the person who is in the White House. It is his call. It is his decision. It is his authority. And with that authority comes with it the responsibility to bear those consequences, whatever that responsibility may be. And he absolutely is not up for the job. He's not up for the job. I'm not even saying this mentally. Even in his youth, he would have not been up for this job because he lacks the character. He lacks the spirit. He lacks the emotional ability. I mean, it's just bizarre.